All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to look at how to multiply a vector by a scalar. Now, you need to understand that multiplication with vectors is a little different. That the dot in multiplication means something different than the x in multiplication versus a scalar. There's three different ways you multiply vectors. You have what's called multiply by scalar, which is what we're going to do in high school pre-calculus. Then you have the dot product and the cross product. So multiplication, the dot actually is a different procedure than the x that you're so used to seeing for multiplication. But right now we're only going to do a scalar multiplier. So let's just do 3. I'm going to multiply a vector 3 times, let's do, I don't know, 7 comma negative 4. This, like adding and subtracting, don't overthink it. Treat this like the distribution property. The 3 is going to go to both your x and your y components. So this is going to be 7 times 3 and negative 4 times 3, which is going to give you 21, negative 12. Voila, that's it. So that's how you multiply by a scalar. Now, more often than not, I'm not going to ask you just to multiply by a scalar. I'm going to ask you like an order of operations question. So let's look at an order of operations type question with vectors. All right, so a lot of times we use u and v for vectors. So we'll say vector u, vector v, and we'll define what it is. So here I'm saying let my vector u equal the x component 3, the y component 9. My v vector is going to be x component 12, y component negative 2. What I want you to do is 3u minus 12v. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in the vectors. So I'm going to do 3, and I've got 3 comma 9 minus 2, and I've got 12 comma negative 2. Okay, now order of operation matters. So you have to multiply first before we add and subtract from PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, left to right, add, subtract, left to right. So I need to multiply by my scalar first. So I'm going to do 3 times 3, so I'm going to get 9. 3 times 9 is 27, minus 2 times 12 is 24, and 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. All right, so I've got the multiply by a scalar done. I've got my multiplication done. Now we go to add, subtract, left to right. I'm subtracting, so I'm going to do, let's see, 9 minus 24. This should be negative 15. And then 27 minus a negative 4. This turns into plus, so it should be negative 15 comma 31. Why did I use that bracket? That's wrong. It's that. And that's really how I would ask you to do. This is how I want to check to see, can you add or subtract vectors, can you multiply, is I'm going to give you an order of operations problem with vectors and go from there. Just don't overthink this, guys. This is really just pretty much arithmetic with a little bit of a twist, but not really even that much of a twist. Hi, I'm Mr. Buzzer, and these videos are supplemental instruction for my students. If you found the video enjoyable, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications to receive future videos on high school mathematics.